What's up, friends? My name is Colby Sharp. I'm a 5th grade teacher in Michigan. Welcome to my channel where we try to help kids fall madly in love with reading. And one way that we do that is through great books. And today I am going to be telling you about one of the most anticipated books of 2021. This is a young adult novel, not for the 5th grade students that I teach, but for older readers. You're not going to want to miss this book. Many of you have read Angie Thomas's The Hate You Give, New York Times bestseller for a very long time, #1 on the charts for a very long time, an amazing book which turned into a hit movie. And many of us fell in love with Star, and we fell in love with this heartbreaking story, and we loved it. Well, guess what? In case you didn't know this, Angie Thomas is back with Concrete Rose. This is the prequel. This is the story of Maverick, Star's father, when he was, like a high school senior. And it is a wild story. Holy smokes. First of all, it has been a very long time since I read The Hate You Give. I haven't seen the movie, so it's been a while since these characters were in my head. And to be honest, I didn't really remember all of the storylines. I didn't really even remember Maverick that much. And it makes me really want to go back and reread The Hate You Give, because if you really truly remember these characters and it's a book you've read recently, or you're just way better than me at remembering characters, wow, you're going to get a little different experience from me, because I wasn't really sure where everything was going, and you kind of have an idea of where it ends, and I had no idea where it ended. Well, like a smaller idea, but it is so amazing. It lets you go on this just amazing journey in seeing what it was like growing up in Garden Heights, what it was like growing up with your father was like the head of the gang and is incarcerated for most of your life. You realize you get a chance to experience, like a teenage boy trying to provide for his family. Maverick finds out that he's going to be a father, and then he's gotta get a job, but he can sell drugs and make more money, but he wants to be there for his son. It's just wild. And I was captivated, and a lot of times during this time that I read it, which is during the middle of the pandemic, I would find myself so exhausted at the end of the day that I'd read 2, 3, 4 pages in a book and fall asleep. I was reading 60, 70, 80 pages at night, exhausted, but I couldn't fall asleep because I had to know what was happening. I am not an expert on young adult literature at all, but what I do know is that these are the types of books that we need to make sure our kids are reading. These are the types of books that our kids must experience. I never read anything like these books. I read probably the same books, if you're a teacher, that you read when you were kids. And I can't help but think how my life could have been different, how I could have learned at a younger age so much more about people different than me. Like, all of the books that I read were written by white people, most of them dead. And I didn't even read the books. But I would have read this. And I would have read this. And I would have read this. And I can't help but think, what will happen if we raise a generation of readers where we put these books into their classrooms, we put these books into their libraries, we book talk these books, we give kids time in class to read books like this. What I do know is good things will happen. What I do know is that it will push the thinking of those kids, like it's even pushing my thinking at 39 years old. Friends, I cannot recommend Concrete Rose high enough. I cannot imagine you not falling madly in love with this book. I cannot even picture a reader who doesn't want to experience Maverick's story. Well, I guess that I can, and I know that's not you. I know that you're not that type of person. I know that you're the type of person that wants a story like this, that you want to read what it was like for Maverick trying to get out of the gang, trying to provide for his family. You want to see where the man you met here began his journey. Concrete Rose, I could not recommend it enough. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'll put some videos to watch up here if you want to watch something else, another book talk, or me rambling on about read aloud or whatever it is. My name is Colby Sharp. I hope you have an awesome, fantastic day.